Well, as Mr. Rogers might say, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. I'm waiting for someone to drop off a recovered bicycle, or at least the frame that was dumped in their front yard in Boulevard Park. Of course, one of the nice things about living in the 1800 block of 8th Street is we have delightful neighbors, and it's always fun chatting with them. This young lady lives right next door. So I'm kind of waiting to see if our friend is going to be coming by. And while I'm sitting here waiting, I'm kind of checking out the area, chatting with some of my tenants. They're picking plums in the fruit tree that we have here inside our property. And I'm out at the front gate, still kind of waiting for my friend to show up and drop off the bike part. And I noticed now, while I'm not looking in their direction, if you look at the upper left-hand corner of the screen, you're going to see two people come into view. Walking by, two male black individuals, one light-skinned, one dark-skinned, one wearing a black T-shirt, the other a red T-shirt, both having what looks like Levi cutoffs or cargo shorts. We're going to go into slow-mo at this point because we want to get a little closer look at a distance. At this point, there's no recognition, and I haven't even noticed them because I'm looking westbound on H for our friend to arrive. But if you look closely in this slow motion, you will see that both individuals are carrying one, a bike tire, and the other, a rear bike rim and tire. And they're walking westbound on H. Now what happens out of view here is that they go into a neighbor's property, the owner who's been involved with Crime Watch for some time. They go in through a closed gate and spend some time there and then emerge, and that's when I happen to notice that they've got these bike parts. So I'm not really quite sure what to think is going on. Did they just go in and rip the parts off a bike they couldn't get the lock undone? Who knows? That's one of the problems you have to wrestle with when you see something like this, and then try to make a decision. Should you call it in? Are they neighbors? Are they friends of someone that lives there? And not having seen that they carried those parts in when they were coming down the street, don't know if there's been a crime committed here or not. So at this point, the prudent thing to do is to get a hold of the owner of the property, who's a friend, and that we can reach by cell phone. But lo and behold, I wasn't expecting to see something like this happen, so I'm going to have to watch these guys for a minute and see what they do next. And down the street they're going. So that means go inside, grab the cell phone, start getting a hold of responsibles and determining exactly what we have. Because clearly these guys are in the wind with something, and we don't know if it's a crime or not. Now, once I do get a hold of the owner, he comes out to the property, makes contact with a tenant that lives there, and reminds her that he had told her not to leave her bike locked up to a fence that is easily defeated. But fortunately, this time, the bike hasn't been tampered with, and the parts, now that we know they had in advance, didn't come from her bike. Question is, will they be back later tonight? And chances are they will.